welcome to day 2 of Polish Your Profile. Today we're going to focus on Zillow. This is probably going to be the most time intensive site, which is why I like to start with it. As we go through this, I'm going to try to make this as concise as possible. You will also have your step-by-step guidebook with screenshots of all of this to walk you through. Once you finish watching the video, it'll walk you through how to do all of these steps. So first thing that I want to do, if you have never created a agent profile on Zillow, this is really, really critical and messes a lot of people up. So pay close attention right here for about the next 30 seconds. You're going to go to Zillow.com. And then right up here at the top, you're going to click on sign in or join. And this, you've got two different options here. Sign in if you already have an account. If you don't have an account, you're going to be right here in new account. You want to make sure that you're signing up for the agent account, not a public account. This is critical. So make sure you come down here and check this box. I am a landlord or industry professional. So before you put in your email address, create your password. It's telling me that the email already exists because I already have a password. Make sure you click this box, I am a landlord or industry professional. Then down below, you're going to select that you're a real estate agent or broker. Put in your first name, your last name, postal code, cell phone. And then you'll have, this will be blue, just like this one down here. You're going to hit continue. Because I already have an account, it's not letting me go through this, but I wanted to show you really quick, if you've never signed up for an agent account, how you do that. Again, critical that you check this box. I am a landlord or industry professional. All right, let's get in here. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. Once you're signed in, your screen's going to look very similar. Up here at the top now, you're going to have what's called the Agent Hub. And what I want you to do is go to, we're going to go to the dashboard. Once you sign in, it might look like this. It says up here, Zillow Premier Agent. Regardless of if you're paying Zillow or not, your account is created as a Premier Agent account. Nothing that we're going to do today involves you having to pay for anything. These are all services that are provided to every real estate professional. Allows you to have a profile that's updated. There's some bells and whistles that the Premier Agents that pay get, but for the most part, you can really do everything without paying for anything on Zillow. So that's what we're going to go through today. Okay, so I am on my dashboard, and from here, I'm going to click on my profile right over here, my picture that's up here. If you're just creating an account, you likely don't have a picture yet. And I'm going to go to profile. There's a couple ways I can get here. So I clicked on that and went to profile. The other thing I can do is right underneath here, I can hit edit your profile. So it'll take you to the same place, but let's go ahead and hit profile. And then the first thing that I want you to do before you go any further, this is kind of like the first step on day 1 where you Google yourself and see what the public sees. I want you to click on this top box right here that says View Public Profile. So we're going to click on View Public Profile, and I want you to look and see what your profile looks like right now. What you need to update. You can kind of see where this information lays out. That way, as you're over on the input side, you understand where this information and how this information is displayed. So this is, I've got a couple of reviews. I have some past sales that I need to put in here. I haven't updated this since December. I will tell you with Zillow, you might come in here and it'll say that you have 0 past sales. Zillow lives in a silo. It gets fed information for our active listings from MLS. And that's not an MLS decision, that's a BHG decision. And I think it's critical that we have our listings on Zillow, but your sales are not automatically fed to Zillow. So to get credit for the houses that you sell, you have to come into Zillow and add those in. I'm going to show you here in a few minutes how you can do that one by one and how you can send a bulk upload a spreadsheet to them. I will tell you, I've heard on the spreadsheet that it takes quite a while for them to process those. So just know it's not something that happens automatic. If you do them one by one, that is an automatic. It happens immediately in real time. But that is really critical in Zillow and something that really needs to go on your checklist. you know, with whether you're representing a seller or a buyer, after you close, you need to come in here and make sure you claim your sale. Okay, so I'm going to click back to Edit Profile right up here at the top, Edit Profile. And right down here, I'm going to hit Edit. And the first thing that we're going to click on here is Profile. And here's just kind of the gory details. Full name, if you've got a pronoun that you want used, you can select that. Again, that's optional. What your screen name is. This is what your profile link will be. It'll be zillow.com/profile, and then whatever you put in here is your screen name. This is where you upload your profile photo. So in day one, I had you make sure you saved your headshot somewhere that you could easily access. So this is where this comes in handy. You're going to hit Choose File, and then find your headshot on your computer wherever you've saved it, and upload your headshot. They do want the headshot in a JPEG format. So please note that on Zillow, that they want it in JPEG format. Down here, it's a drop down, your professional category. You've already selected that when you signed up. You can put in your professional title here, brokerage name, address, phone numbers, and then it will ask for you to put in your license information. I will tell you, when you put in your Kansas information, here's my license number right here in Kansas. Take out the first two. You'll either have SP or BO in front of your license number. Make sure you take that out before you put it in, and it will verify it. Sometimes it takes a little bit for them to verify your license number, so be a little patient with that. It doesn't, sometimes those don't happen automatically, but you do want to put your license numbers in here. Service areas, you can put, these are all the ones that I have in here. You can put either neighborhood, you can see right here, neighborhood, city, county, zip code, etc. You can put as many as you want in here. Again, I'm going to duplicate this tab so I can have my profile, public profile over here, and kind of flip back and forth and show you where this shows up. If I hit more here, that's my bio. Ratings and reviews are down here. Service areas is down here at the very bottom. So it does a pretty small list here. I wouldn't get crazy with this, but I would put in several of them, but don't spend a ton of time putting in 8,000 different zip codes and areas. On mine, it's really just displaying the named cities. So that's what I would recommend having. And then language fluency, if you are fluent in another language, you can certainly select that. In business, and this is the year you got your license. Mine was 2007. And then specialties, agent specialties. Mine, buyer's agent, relocation, listing agent, consulting. I'm not an expert in foreclosures. I'm not an expert in short sales. If you are a land expert, you might do other. But again, you can pick your specialties. You can only do a maximum of 4. So be cognizant of that. If you have any property management specialty, you can put that in, and then other real estate professional specialties. If you have a video that you use on other websites to promote yourself, this is where you could put in your video link, which is pretty handy if you have that. Your website, I have a vanity URL. So at this point, this URL, kcchristian.realtor, points directly to kansascityhomes.com, but I recommend putting in your kansascityhomes.com website, or whatever website you use as your main website. To find your kansascityhomes.com, your web address, I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. I'm going to open up another browser window by hitting this plus button, and I'm going to go to kansascityhomes.com. Very similar to how we found your bio in day one. You're going to go to About Us, Our Offices. I'm going to find myself in the Blue Valley office. And then down here is my web address. You'll notice I've changed mine to my vanity URL. Let me go back to somebody who has not done that. We'll go to John here. Here's John's web address. So I'm just taking my mouse and I'm going to put my cursor right over here. I'm clicking down and holding, and then I'm going to drag, maybe. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and click on this. And then up here, we are going to highlight, click and drag. I'm going to right click and hit copy. Again, right click, copy, or you can, once you have it highlighted, you can hit Command C on your keyboard, and then I'm going to come over to edit your profile. We'll put this down in blog just so I can do the example and not delete my website, but you'll want to put yours up here in website. So I'm going to put my cursor here. I can either hit Command V on my keyboard and it populates it, or I can hold my mouse, right click, and hit paste. And there's your website. You go through that exact same process with Facebook if you want to attach your Facebook, your Twitter, or your LinkedIn. I've updated my LinkedIn name, so let's go. I'm going to go to LinkedIn here, and I'm going to show you how you can find your profile link. I'm going to click on me, and then it's right up. This is my profile link for LinkedIn right here. So I'm going to go through that same process where I come up here, I'm going to highlight it, I'm going to right click and hit copy, come over here, I'm going to delete this old one and paste it. Once I'm done on this page and I have everything updated, I'm going to go down here and hit submit. That portion of my profile, those gory details, are now updated. So I'm going to come over here to my public profile and I'm going to hit refresh. The one thing that I would recommend doing as you're over here is make sure that you click on these and that they're directing to the right, pointing to the right places. So I'm going to click on website, just make sure these links are all working properly. That's my kansascityhomes.com website. The blog, did I accidentally save John? Yep, I accidentally saved John's. It's a good thing I checked this, right? So I don't want that. That's not my blog. I'm going to go back and edit that. And then LinkedIn, I just updated that, so that should be firing correctly as well. It is. Let's go back over here. I think I accidentally deleted my Facebook instead of deleting the blog here. So let's go down here. Yep, sure enough, that's what I did. I'm going to delete that. I'll come back later and put Facebook. You know what, we'll do Facebook now. I'll show you where you find that link while we're at it. I'm going to come up here and go to facebook.com. And then I'm going to go to my name right up here, Christian. And this is my profile. So again, I'm going to come right up here into the URL. I'm going to click, make sure the whole thing's highlighted, right click, copy, go back here, and I'm going to paste. And then hit submit. And again, I want to go back over, I want to view my public profile. See how those have changed. Let's make sure this is all firing correct again. Facebook, we're good there. LinkedIn, I'm good there. Okay, so I've updated the gory details, as I call them. Now we're going to update our About Me section. So you can see in my About Me section, this is where your specialties sit. Your 13 years of experience, when you put in the date that you started business or the date you got licensed, it's going to auto-populate that up there for you. This we've already input into our gory details page. Next, we're going to update these bios. So the thing that you need to understand about Zillow is that, again, just like with the past sales, it lives in a silo. And so the ratings and reviews up here, unless you're requesting, I'm going to show you how to do it, unless you're requesting directly from Zillow ratings and reviews, it doesn't, Real Satisfied doesn't syndicate here, it doesn't feed here. You know, your BHGRE, your Zap site doesn't feed here. Nothing feeds into Zillow. It kind of lives in its own little world, and it's very isolated. So unless you have client reviews that are sent through Zillow, which you can do it to past customers as well if you would like to, just to build up some reviews here, which I don't think is a bad idea at all. I think it's a great idea. If you don't have any, you might want to put a link in here to your testimonials on another site. So I'm going to show you how to do this. It's really easy to do. So I put a link in here that says, see what Christian's clients are saying about her. If somebody clicks on this, they go over to my Real Satisfied. Pretty nifty, huh? So I'm going to show you how to do that when we update our bio. I also have another link down here. Click here to learn more about Christian, and this goes to my website, which is pretty cool. So how do we update this About Me section in the bio? We're going to go back here to Edit Profile again, and this time we're going to go to Edit, and we're going to do the About Me. So this makes this live and I can edit. So here's where you would go and get your bio and copy it, and you can paste it right in here. And then once you have it pasted in here, if you want to insert one of these really handy little links, let me show you what you do. I'm just going to click down here and do a new one. This is my new link. I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to select right up here, Insert Link. This is the text that it's going to display, and then wherever I want to send this to. Maybe I want to send this to my Facebook. So I know that that's on my, I believe that's on my clipboard now. So I'm just going to right click and hit paste and hit save. And now it doesn't say it's going to Facebook. It just says this is my new link, because that's the text that we put in. And if somebody clicks on this and hit save, if somebody clicks on this, it directs them over to my Facebook. So again, to insert your links, we're going to go to Edit, About Me, make this live. I'm going to delete this one. And I'm going to do Insert. I can also do it, I don't have to type first, I can also do it like this. Insert Link. Click here to see how wonderful Christian is. And then the URL, I'm going to put my cursor there wherever I want to send this to. I decided I wanted to send it to Facebook. So I'm going to right click, paste my Facebook URL. Remember I showed you a few minutes ago how to get that, and hit save. And then here's this link right here. Wherever your cursor is, when you hit this insert link, is where that link is going to go. So if you want it right in the middle of your bio, you can put it in the middle, you can put it beginning, end, wherever. You can see on mine that I had one at the very beginning and the very end. Once you're done updating all this, make sure that you hit save. And now it's live. So not too bad, right? Okay, the last thing that we are going to do here is I'm going to show you, well, two things. I'm going to show you how to request reviews from Zillow, since we just talked about that. It's right here, Request Review. So if you click on this, you can enter a whole bunch of past clients. If you want to enter a bunch of past clients, you could do vendors. If you are new to real estate and you think that maybe one of your old coworkers or maybe your old supervisor, somebody that you did business with in the past would be a good person to do a review for you, you could send it to them. You could send it to your mom. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you could. You can send it to whoever you want to. And then you put email addresses up here. So I'm going to send this to my mom. I wonder what kind of review she'll leave me. And then down here I can tailor the message. Hello, Mom. If I can type correctly. I can put a tailored message in here. Remember, if you put multiple email addresses in here, you want to make this pretty generic. Don't say hello, Mom, if I've got 5 email addresses in there. And then I need to click, if it's a past client, make sure you click this button. I'm indicating this person is a past client. When they do the review, then it will ask them what address I help them either purchase or sell. And then I can hit send request, and the request will go out. Now then, I've learned that if you send this and hit send request, oftentimes these will end up in their spam. They won't see them. So what you might want to do is click this button down here, send the client a direct link. If I click this, here's a direct link for them to use. I'm going to copy this. Again, I highlighted it. I'm going to hit Command C, or I can right click and hit copy. And then I'm going to go right over to my inbox, and I can type an email to my mom. Where is she? There she is. Leave me a review, please. And then I can come down here. Hello, Mom. Type my message. Here is the link to use. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit paste. Or I can just hit Command V, either one. Oh, why did it do it funky? I don't want to break up the link. So 2 different ways you can request reviews on Zillow. Again, I would highly recommend that you get some on there. I don't care if you have 2 or 20. Get a couple reviews on Zillow. My advice when I teach this class live is to, if you've got a couple, when they close on the house, send one of them real satisfied and then send the other one the Zillow link. That way they're not having to duplicate. You've got 2 different links going to 2 different people, and you get reviews done on 2 different websites. Okay, let's go back to, I'm going to click here and I'm going to go back to profile where we were. And then the last thing that I want to show you here is how you input your past sales. So once I'm done with my profile, I'm going to click on my picture up here, and here's a, in the drop down, we were just in profile. Now we're going to go to past sales. So I'm going to click on past sales, and then down here, this is pending confirmation. I got an email yesterday from Zillow, which is pretty slick, saying that I have a sale to claim. This was my listing. They knew I was the listing agent, so they sent this to me. I'm going to take out the price. I don't like publishing prices in on Zillow. I want to claim the sale. I want credit for it, but I don't want to give them the price that the house sold for. So I take that out. It's optional. And then add to profile. So that was one they had already attached me to. If I have one that, for example, was not sitting there, I'm going to start up here, add recent sales, and I'm going to start, oh gosh, I'm just going to pick a random address. I'm going to pick an active listing I have. And hit add sale. It brought up the picture. And then here it brings in the last time Zillow could find that it sold. And if this isn't the right date, I can click on this and select any date I want to. So I want to do April 15th, 2010. Again, I leave the price blank, and I represented the buyer. If you represented the seller or both, you would choose accordingly and hit add to profile. Now, oftentimes when you're adding past sales, you won't get the nice pretty picture of the house. You're going to get these views right here, like this one was a view of just a street view. Let me close that again and go back to where I was. I didn't mean to click on that. But right here, it was just the street view. So if you click on it, you can actually see the details. But for your view, it's just going to show that ugly Google Street View. If you need to edit a past sale, you can hit edit here and you can edit the date or who you represented. If you want to delete it, you can delete it right there by clicking delete. I told you that you could upload a spreadsheet to Zillow for them to add all of your past sales. If you have a whole bunch, that might be the best way to do it, although note that it's going to take some time. To do that, you're going to click right here under add past sales, send us a spreadsheet. So it tells you here that it wants you to fill out this template, and then you email it to pastsalesuploads@zillow.com. So I'm going to click on this template, maybe. There it is. It just downloaded right down here. I'm going to open this and show you what it looks like. Hopefully you're able to see this. It opened back here behind me, this screen in Excel. But it wants you to use their spreadsheet, property address, including the zip code, the sold date. Again, you don't need to put any, you can leave this column blank, and then who you represented. Make sure you capitalize and use exactly how they're using. So if you represented the seller, do capital S, the buyer, capital B, and both capital B. And then once you save, you can email this directly to that email address that it gave you, pastsalesuploads@zillow.com. All right, so we've gone through quite a bit today. Again, make sure if you're logging in for the first time, you hit that I am a landlord or real estate professional box. That is my #1 tip for today if you've never created a Zillow profile. Once you get in, you're going to click on the Agent Hub, and then you're going to go here to Profile. And from here, you can pretty much do everything you need right from up here. If you get stuck, you can always come right back up here. You can get back into this page by hitting Profile, add your past sales or view your past sales here, update your service areas, And then in settings, you can manage your account. If you need to come in here and set up different things. Because I don't pay for anything on Zillow, I really don't need to do this, nor do I recommend that you do this unless something's incorrect. You want to change your password or your email address, or add another additional email address to link to your listings, link listings to your profile. But really, you don't need to do much up in here. So I would not recommend using their integrations. All right, there is your tutorial for Zillow. Go download the step-by-step guide. I have screenshots of everything that we just went through. If you get stuck, I'll be available today. Check the Engage training calendar, but I think today, Tuesday, I'll be available from 1 to about 1:45 p.m. Good luck, have fun, and hopefully you'll get this accomplished today. Be one step closer to having all of your profiles polished.